So, a fire extinguisher is basically a portable device containing an extinguishing agent that can be discharged to put out or control a small fire. They are, crucial for initial fire suppression in emergency situations and can prevent minor incidents from escalating into major conflagrations. Fire extinguishers work by applying an agent that cools the burning material, smothers the fuel, removes oxygen, or disrupts the chemical reaction of the fire. Fire extinguishers are classified by the type of fire they are designed to extinguish. These classifications are typically indicated by letters like A, B, C, D, K, or F, and sometimes include a numerical rating that shows the size of the fire the extinguisher can handle. It's really vital to use the correct type of extinguisher for the class of fire to ensure effectiveness and, avoid spreading the fire or creating additional hazards. Here are the main types of fire extinguishers, along with examples of what they are used for. First, water extinguishers, which usually have a red label. The agent here is water, sometimes with additives to enhance its effectiveness, like wetting agents. They work primarily by cooling the burning material, reducing its temperature below the ignition point. Water extinguishers are great for Class A fires involving ordinary combustibles like wood, paper, cloth, rubber, and some plastics. But you should not use them on flammable liquids, which are Class B fires, because that can actually spread the fire. Also, never use them on electrical fires or Class C fires, as there's a risk of electrocution. And definitely avoid using them on cooking oil or fat fires, Class F or K fires, since that can cause a violent reaction and spread the fire. Now, moving on to foam extinguishers, which have a cream label. The agent in these is usually an aqueous film-forming foam, or sometimes a film-forming fluoroprotein concentrate mixed with water. Foam extinguishers work by cooling the fire and forming a blanket over the fuel, stopping oxygen from reaching it, which basically smothers the fire. They are suitable for Class A and Class B fires, so things like flammable liquids, petrol, oil, paints, solvents. Some foam extinguishers are also suitable for Class F fires, but only if they're specifically certified for that use. And just a heads up, don't use foam extinguishers on electrical fires unless the extinguisher has been dielectrically tested and approved for such use. Alright, let's talk about dry powder extinguishers, which you'll recognize by their blue label. The agent inside is a fine powder, often sodium bicarbonate, potassium bicarbonate, monoammonium phosphate, also called ABC powder, or sometimes potassium chloride. How does it work? Well, it interrupts the chemical reaction of the fire. ABC powder is effective on Class A, B, and C fires because it melts and smothers Class A fires too, making it a really versatile, multi-purpose extinguisher. You'll use ABC powder for ordinary combustibles, flammable liquids, and electrical fires. There are also specialist powders for Class D fires, which means they're suitable for combustible metals like magnesium, aluminum, and sodium. But keep in mind, dry powder can leave a residue that might damage sensitive equipment, and the powder can actually reduce visibility during discharge. It's not recommended for enclosed spaces, mainly because of inhalation risks. Now, let's move on to carbon dioxide extinguishers, the ones with the black label. The agent here is pressurized carbon dioxide gas. It works by smothering the fire, basically displacing oxygen, and it also has a cooling effect. CO2 extinguishers are used for Class B and Class C fires. They're often found in places with electrical equipment, like computer rooms, laboratories, and offices, because CO2 is non-conductive and leaves no residue behind. However, CO2 isn't very effective on Class A fires, since it dissipates quickly and might not cool the fuel enough to prevent reignition. It's also not suitable for Class D or F fires. And just a quick note, CO2 can cause suffocation in confined spaces if used in high concentrations. Next up, let's discuss wet chemical extinguishers, which have a yellow label. The agent is typically an alkaline solution, like potassium acetate or potassium carbonate. These extinguishers are primarily designed for saponifying fats and oils, which means they react with them to form a soapy, non-combustible layer and also provide a cooling effect. Wet chemical extinguishers are mainly used for Class F or Class K fires, so fires involving cooking oils and fats in kitchens, such as deep fat fryers or chip pans. Some of these extinguishers are also rated for Class A fires, but you should not use them on flammable liquid or Class B fires or electrical fires, unless they are specifically rated for those. Now let's talk about water mist extinguishers, which are marked with a red label and a white nozzle. The agent here is a fine mist of deionized water. This type of extinguisher cools the fire and reduces oxygen levels locally, thanks to the steam produced. The fine mist is non-conductive, making it safer to use on electrical fires. Water mist extinguishers are mainly for Class A fires, but some are also rated for Class B, C, and even F fires, so always check the label. Plus, the fine mist helps minimize water damage. Just keep in mind, these can be more expensive than your standard water extinguishers. So, to sum up, whenever you're choosing and using a fire extinguisher, whether you're in North Lakhimpur, Assam, or honestly, anywhere else, there are a few things you should always remember. First, identify the potential fire hazards in your area. Next, select the correct type of fire extinguisher for those specific hazards. Make sure you know the location of all fire extinguishers and that they're easy to access. And don't forget, regular inspection and maintenance of extinguishers is really important. Also, it's crucial to get proper training on how to use a fire extinguisher effectively. And for that, you should follow the P.A.S. method. Pull the pin, aim the nozzle at the base of the fire, squeeze the lever slowly and evenly, and sweep the nozzle from side to side at the base of the fire until it looks like it's out. Always, and I mean always, prioritize your safety. If a fire is too large or spreading quickly, do not try to extinguish it yourself. Evacuate the area immediately and call the fire department.